Hi crafting friends, welcome to my podcast. My name's Barbara Redzavikas and I'm Bondi Crafter, slow stitching, knitting and quilting podcast. Welcome friends, beginning of a new year. Very hot and humid here in Sydney, Australia, and it's very warm for knitting, but I have finished a project and I'm thinking about doing a quilting project. Probably about 4 segments this beginning of this year, so January, February and March. Foundation paper piecing. Have you tried it? We're going to do, or I'm going to show you, and maybe you'll get the free pattern too. It's a beautiful free pattern by Tilda, and it's called Tilda's Windy Weather Girl. It comes in 2 beautiful girls, cat, a dog, and a chook house, and I think there's a tree too. And the pattern is beautiful. I'll show you how it looks. This is the pattern. It also comes with a booklet. So just Google Tilda's free patterns and this will come up. You can download it. I've blown up the blocks for my quilt because I will be making 4 girls. I think 4 girls, 4 big girls, cat, dog, and some chooks. And yeah, should be fun. And I haven't done foundation paper piecing for a while, so I'm not really an expert at it, but I do love doing it. So I hope you join me for that. That should be a fun project to do, and fast. Well, not fast because I'm doing slow stitching, but you know what I mean. It's not hand stitching like applique. It's all on the sewing machine, but it can be a bit fiddly. But the outcome is so beautiful and crisp, and I think it's worth a go. So that is what I'm going to do. So I have my things here of what I to talk about. We went to the beach yesterday afternoon about 7:30. I took a video and it was just a lovely time to be at the beach. Late summer afternoons here are very balmy, and at the beach it is beautiful. And there was a salt breeze. You know how that salt gets in the air. It's just lovely, and you could see it all over the beach and up into the shops, all over the car park. It's just lovely, salty air. So there must have been a storm at sea or something, but it was lovely. And I've taken a couple of minutes. It was beach volleyball. Everyone was having a nice time. Yeah, that's my going out. I have finished this beautiful shawl. It's a calligraphy shawl. Who made the calligraphy shawl? Melanie Berg. It is a beautiful pattern. Help if I do the right side. So, and it turned out really long, but the photo on the cover looks quite bigger than mine. So, and I love this yarn. It's is it focused? Doesn't look like it wants to focus. Soft Donegal, and the colour is Vichy. 100% merino, pure merino. 100 grams, 380 meters, so very good value for money. And a lovely colour. Oh. So I think it's a lovely colour. and be great for when it gets a bit cooler. The yarn is 4-ply, I'd say, and I knitted on 3.75mm needles. So a nice project. And I tell you, because it's a pattern, a very easy pattern, you think I would be flying along, but it takes me, I must have frogged a few rows in this. Very easy, but you know, you have to keep count, and in the end I made it and the pattern is lovely. So I may make it again in a silk yarn or a silk mix yarn, because I think it is just a lovely knit. That's my finished project. I have been thinking about what to make next. So I bought this lovely hat. And why I bought it was, it's a Tromso hat by Locatelli. And why I bought it was, look at the crown on this hat. I think they call it an envelope crown. And I also bought the yarn to go with it. Snefnug. It's probably not how to say it, Snufneg. Beautiful. 55% baby alpaca and something else. 10% merino. My Danish, or I'm thinking it's Danish, might be Finnish. Isn't that good? It's beautiful. It's made in Italy. That's what I'm starting. So I have started it. It's in dark green. It's over there. Then I bought a few PDFs. I must be into hats. I bought the Inver hat. I think it's lovely. It's a slouchy hat by Ailbiona McLochlainn. I think it's lovely. Easy to make. Then I bought the Shetland Trader hat. It's called the Smora, Beret and Beanie by Gudrun Johnston. It is lovely. I'm going to make mine in black and white with a row of yellow, I'm thinking, and maybe a grey too. And then I got into Selene's website, and all her patterns are free. And she makes the most beautiful cowls for just about anything, and they're free. And this is the one I got. It is lovely. It's called the Spotty Inside and Out Cowl. And also, I was watching someone make this, and they did half of the spots in multicolour and half in black and white. And I'm thinking, so it's reversible. I think, what a great idea. Going to do that. Oh, sorry. Here's my Melanie Berg pattern. So that's how it's supposed to look. But mine came out much thinner. It is a lovely pattern. And I made it mainly because I like the name. Calligraphy Shawl. I mean, how perfect can you be? Yeah. Then the pattern is written out, so, and there is a graph, but very easy pattern. And I love it. So that's all my patterns. Also in this episode, I made a short video on all the hats I've made over my last 2 years of knitting. I only restarted knitting in the last 2 years, and I made a short video on hats. I love hats. Some of the hats that I've made, I've given a lot away, and they're just beautiful. And yeah, I thought it was fun to go over them. I've been tidying up my shelves in my cupboard today I organised all my scarves, and that was fun. I've had a bag of donations, a bag of gifts as usual, and a bag of keeps, and just revisiting old scarves. Oh, it's just lovely. And I found this one. I love this colour and I love spots, so I'm wearing this today. This is just a headband. I usually wear the headband over a pretty flat type of scarf. Just gives it a bit of body. So I've got I've got about 3 of these, I think, and then they've got a vintage sort of a vibe going with them. So I really like that. And also in this episode, we made soup. I love vegetable soup, and I think everybody does. And my grandkids even love my vegetable soup, which is amazing. And one of my grandsons was about 3. He came over. He's such a lovely little boy, Seth. He's now 17. And he said, "Grandma, you make the best soup in the world." And I thought, oh, you gorgeous thing. But my granddaughter, who is 7, also loves my soup. And my friends do too. So it must be just something that turns out well. And I'm really lucky because it's nice to give us gifts. It's nice to have, you know, if you need something in an emergency, just put in the microwave, heat her up. Some soldiers, toasty fingers. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And I'm hoping this is going to be an interesting episode. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any suggestions, comments, new patterns you think I might like. In February will be my 2nd year of podcasting on this channel, and I'm thinking we might have a giveaway or some such thing. We'll see how we go. I'm thinking maybe a pattern. Patterns are easier to send than posting overseas, especially. So yeah, see how we go. I might just pick a pattern and have that as 5 giveaways, the same pattern. I really like doing that. I get stuck in the one pattern. So we'll see how we go with that. And yeah, hope you enjoy these episodes, segments. It's the 11th of January. This is Bondi Beach at 7:30 at night. Still quite light. People are playing volleyball. A lot of people at the beach because it's been very humid. I can smell salt in the air, so there must be storm at sea or something. It's just lovely at this time of night. Here's the segment I made on hats, all the hats I've made over the last 2 years. See what you think. Let me know if there's any hats that you think that I should be making. I like slouchy, I like complicated colour work. I can follow the graphs on knitting around. Colour work, really love it. And yeah. As I was blocking the last hat, my Houll, I thought I would just have a look and see how many hats I'd made. And I have made more than this, and I've given some away and everything. But these are the ones that I've kept. And this is my knitwear over my hat knitwear over the last 2 years. And I think I'm finally starting to get the crowns. So they are improving. You can see this is one of my first ones that I didn't get the double double decrease in the middle, but it still looks like it. But this is my latest one and I'm quite happy with it. I think it came out really nicely. These are all British wool combs and gathered sheep yarns and attic spin dye. I just made this one up. Wanted to try blue and white, and this is the easiest hat I've ever made. The directions are so easy. And the double decrease, center double decrease in the middle is slip one, knit two together, pass the slip stitch over. So easy. It's the look. But from a distance, it is beautiful. Then this one, I got halfway through, couldn't do the crown, made up the hearts. The other part of it is a pattern from somewhere. Beautiful. I really do like ribs with different colours in them. I think they're lovely. Oh, I love this one. These little girls. They're just beautiful. The crown, as you see, is from the past. This one I wanted a slouchy hat, and it was just a rectangle. Really easy. This is one of the first hats I made. It's from the Shetland Islands. Not sure who the pattern is. Everybody will know, but the sheep are beautiful. I love the sheep. And then there's this fabulous pattern that was free with the wool that we got, must be 2 years ago now, at a yarn exhibition when Judith and I went, and it's very thick wool. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is now. I haven't looked it up, but the pattern is lovely, and I love this style of hat. I think it's just lovely. So I made two. Judith gave me a ball too when we were there. It's the back of it. It sort of has a medieval vibe about it, and the colours are just lovely too. Natural dyes from vegetables and such. Yeah, and then there's two at the back. I really like the little slouchy hat with ribs, because the ribs join up when you wear it. And then there's the other one in more earthy colours. Yeah, isn't it great to see all things together in one group? Yeah, love hats. And Kitty's faffing around down there too. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed looking at my hats. I love looking at them. And that's it. Blocked and ready to wear. In the next few episodes, I'm going to show how I do foundation paper piecing. I'm going to make a quilt, and I've been wanting to make this quilt for ages, and so I think I'll start this year. There's my list of things that we will need. I've taken a photo of the list and you can screenshot it if you like. You may like to make this quilt along with me. It's a free pattern, Tilda, and it is beautiful. I'll show you a picture of the layout here. I've enlarged my pattern quite a bit, as you can see. It's pretty nearly poster size. I did it at Officeworks, and John just enlarged it to the size that I wanted, and I want big blocks. So I will only need like 4 girls and a dog and a cat and a chook. And she is so beautiful, and this pattern is so beautiful, and it's free. So that's a really big bonus, plus it is gorgeous. And Tilda also has a range of fabrics if you're interested in making it with Tilda fabrics, but I'm going to make mine from scraps. Beautiful little pieces I've got left over for dresses, for her boots. I've got to find some hair. And yeah, you just find all the little pieces that you like and have the pattern to whichever size you would like also. So anyone interested in making this along with me, or would we just like to see me do it? We'll see how we go. There's 2 girl patterns for this quilt. There's this lovely one with little bun. They got different hairstyles and different clothes, shapes, but this one has little buns at the side of her hair, and this one has pigtails, and they're flying in the breeze, and it's so gorgeous. I'm also going to try this knitting pattern. It's complicated, but easy. It's a Gary Ray Smith pattern. I think it's called Remembrance Flowers, or could be just flowers, but his patterns come in graphs. A few instructions, but he also has a cowl going on Facebook. And this is the pattern. It is a beautiful pattern. And I'm thinking I'll have to blow it up because the squares are so microscopic. I think they must be 1/8 of an inch squares. And I've gone around the outline of the flowers with my fine ink pen. And I've also written in the rows and the stitches. On the edge. Yeah. Is anyone else doing this pattern, or have you done any of Gary's patterns? I'd like to know. I also previously, I think last year, maybe the beginning of last year, I bought his bluebird pattern, which was also a poster, but I didn't knit that one, or I haven't knit it yet. I'm thinking I might frame it because it's so lovely. But yeah, I've decided on the colours that I'm going to use for this. I'm going to use white and a British white wool, 100% merino, I think it is, Shetland wool. And I'm going to use a John Arbon blue for the flowers. So yeah, should be interesting. So let me know if you've thought about making this. He is on Instagram. Have a look and see what you think. Let me know. Should be fun. I'd like to have someone else do it with me, so if you're interested, let's have a go. Today we are making soup. Well, John's prepping it for me. He's cutting up the basics for soup: celery, carrots and onions. I'll saute those for about 10 minutes, and then the veg: cauliflower, carrots and sweet potato, and 2 white pots. And sometimes I put a soup mix in it, but thinking about that today, I just need some soup for, you know, when you just need something easy. Here in my soup bowl, soup saucepan. It's a nice tall one. I also use this for spaghetti. I have some extra virgin olive oil, and going to put some soy sauce in. Sorry about that. And some curry powder and some pepper, and I'll put salt in near the end. Adding black pepper, and I'll grind it, and some chicken consomme. Makes it really tasty. I love the sizzle when you first put in the onions and the carrots and the celery. And in 10 minutes the smell will be beautiful. So after sauteing, you see how beautiful it looks. Lovely and spicy. Now John's going to put in the big veg. Did you also put pumpkin in that one?
Yes.
Yeah, this one also has some pumpkin. You know, the pumpkin with the blue skin. They're called Queensland blues, and they're lovely. So I'll just stir this, and then we'll put some water in and the consomme. John's added the big veg. I have put in about a tablespoon of the consomme, and you can see that the colour has changed and it is now a soupy colour. And I'll leave it to cook for about 25 minutes, and then turn it down for another 15, and it should be done. Then I'll taste it to make sure it's perfect. That's me signing off for this week. Thank you for joining me, friends. I forgot to say at the beginning, oh, did I? That this year we're going to do slow stitching. So I've been pretty slow all the time, but you know, knitting, just taking it easy, thinking about what I really would like to make, the yarns that I would really like to choose and the colours, and a quilt, the foundation paper piece quilt. I will also have a whole pile of quilts waiting to be quilted on the quilting machine, so we will see that maybe closer to winter. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, friends.